So not to be dramatic, but I think I'm having a quarter-life crisis.
My name's Chase Lee Max, and I'm 26 years old, and I live in Charleston, South Carolina. My life is honestly really good. I've got a nice gym membership, a good job, my dream truck, close with my family, and everything's awesome. But it's kind of been a while since I've been happy.
So, according to Wikipedia, a quarter-life crisis is a crisis involving anxiety over the direction and quality of one's life, which is commonly experienced in a period ranging from a person's early 20s up to their mid-30s. It's defined by a clinical psychologist, Alex Folke, as a period of insecurity, doubt, and disappointment surrounding your career, relationships, and financial situation. That sounds about right. So a few years ago, I posted this video.
I want everyone to understand that it is 84 degrees, perfectly sunny. I'm in the middle of the ocean, and someone's paying me for it. So shout out to Jesus, quit your office job, and yeah.
And yet somehow now I find myself working an office job, the exact thing that I said I didn't want to do. I don't know about you guys, but Instagram archives is like the best thing and the worst thing that's ever happened to me, because you can go back and see all the stories that you've posted over the past years, like since you had an Instagram, and to see my mood change over the past few years is really eye-opening, but it's also like, I guess I felt attacked. I was like, I was wrestling. Felt confronted with the fact that I was not as happy as I could be. For the past 6 months, I've kind of been freaking out with this internal struggle of what's going to make me happy, what am I least likely to regret, and how do I go about not wasting my life? Pretty big fucking questions, right?
So basically my quarter-life crisis is coming from a place where I've become starkly aware that we're all gonna die. And I know that sounds super negative, but hear me out. Mortality is really scary because it's the only thing that is certain, right? Like, we're definitely all gonna die. We'll definitely all end up, and we'd be lucky to end up in a cemetery this pretty. But we don't take anything with us except the clothes on our back. And I don't know if heaven has a dress code, so it doesn't really matter. I've been living life as if I can make lots of sacrifices and sacrifice time with my friends and sacrifice travel and time with my family and birthdays and all the fun things I have sacrificed for the past few years just so that I can spend all my time working and really set myself up for the future, you know? And that's a good thing. That's what I've been doing. But I could also set myself up for a future that's not there. And I don't want that to happen.
I think for you guys to understand what I'm struggling to decide between, you need to understand what I'm passionate about. For the past 5-6 years, I have been obsessed with travel channels on YouTube. I fell in love with a guy named I Am Jake, who literally travels around the country in a Jeep Wrangler with his dog. And of course, when I discovered sailing channels and I saw that people were living in these catamarans that were more like a luxury condo than a boat and sailing around the world, I became enthralled with the idea. I didn't know that sailing around the world was a lifestyle that was accessible to me. I thought it was for billionaires. I became obsessed with the idea, and pretty much everything that I've done, every hour that I've worked for the past 5 years has been motivated by me buying this catamaran and going sailing.
Although I've had good intentions and I've thought to myself, well, let me invest, let me save up my money, let me make sacrifices, let me work, and then one day I'll reach that destination. I've changed all that. And that has been the quarter-life crisis, this crossroads of, do I do the right thing quote unquote the right thing and keep working and keep investing and then one day reach the destination? Or do I just fucking go now? I can always come back home to Charleston and work and save and make money and start like a big boy career. Like I can always come back and do that, but I can't always go sailing around the world. I was born here and I'm gonna go back in the dirt here one day, and I wanna see as much as I can before I return to this dirt. I feel so lame, like, oh, my quarter life crisis is, you know, do I stick here and like keep working this nice cushy job that's super easy, or do I go like sail around the world and be a full-time YouTuber? Like, it sounds so dumb. I'm just trying to put some thoughts out there so that I can revisit this, because I feel really good about it now. Like I've come to peace with my decision and I know what I'm gonna do and I know I can do it. But for this past 6 months where I was like, man, should I sell everything that I've accumulated and worked for here in Charleston just to go buy a boat that I don't know how to sail and try to make videos and, you know, try to make it work? That's a scary idea to try to go tackle. Like, I'm good now and I figured it out, but man, did I wrestle with that for like 6 months. Here's my really loose plan for the next 3 years of my life. And it'll be interesting to revisit this video 3 years from now and see how accurate I was. Starting right now, I'm selling everything I own. In 2 weeks, I moved to Australia for 5 weeks. I'll be visiting someone very special, and then I'm coming back. September is the time that I'd like to be purchasing a boat, closing it, getting surveyed, doing all that stuff. In between that time, I'm gonna take as many sailing lessons and crew for as many people as I possibly can to try to fill this massive gap of knowledge I don't have. And I'm gonna read a lot of books, watch a lot of videos, and just try to learn to prepare myself for the practical thing of sailing as much as I can before I start. Come September, October, I'm going down to the Caribbean, and I'm gonna spend as much time there as I want. I've crossed the Atlantic, I've never crossed the Pacific, and I know that that is a huge goal for someone who like doesn't fully know how to sail, but if I can do a whole season in the Caribbean, island hopping, making short passages, I'll be ready. And then I'm gonna go hang out in Australia and New Zealand, and then go to Southeast Asia and work my way back slowly. You know, I'd love to take my own boat to the Med. I love it there. And I'm gonna document the whole thing, and I'm gonna try to make these videos better. And I'm gonna try to, you know, really pour into my cinematography because I enjoy it. But yeah, quarter life crisis officially over. I'm now doing it. You know, like when guys are in their midlife crisis and they buy a Ferrari or a motorcycle, well, the sailboat is my quarter life crisis. That's my buy, that's my purchase. And I'm gonna run it till the wheels fall off, so to speak. I'm gonna go. If you wanna come along, here's the big thing. The thing that I want for this channel to be and for this boat to be is I want it to be a revolving door. Like, anyone is welcome. You know, I want family and friends to just come through like crazy. And if you enjoy this channel and months from now, you know, we're down in the Caribbean and you wanna come, hit me up. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, like, come. If you can pay your flight, you can have a cabin as long as you want. Let's go fishing, let's go spear fishing. I would like, if you know how to spearfish, come help me figure out how. I wanna have a great time and I wanna share it with as many people as possible. And I'm gonna go sail around the world. And if you think that that's ambitious and stupid of me to think, not fully knowing how to sail and having not spent a lot of time on a small sailboat, yeah, you're right. It is ambitious and it's dumb, but I'm gonna do it. And if you don't think I'm gonna make it and you don't think I'm gonna make it around the other side, well, just watch me. I know I'm an idiot. That's definitely against me. I'm definitely really dumb. But I work my ass off and somehow I just figure it out. So this is the next chapter. and there's no turning back. This is an anticlimactic, probably not very entertaining video, but it's an important one because this is a massive turning point in my life, and I wanted to document what I'm thinking. So if you'd like to see me fail miserably at this, adventure, or, succeed and surpass all my wildest dreams, one of those two is going to happen. So hit subscribe if you will, and let's go. Let's get it. I promise the videos will totally get better. Maybe.